Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Wednesday, October 22, 2025. And in the news this evening, father of slain schoolgirl charged with a sex crime involving 6-year-old. Lawrence Sargent, the father of slain Christian high school student Shantina Sargent, has been charged in relation to a sex crime involving a child. Sargent was charged with grievous sexual assault on Monday. Police said the charges stems from Sargent being accused of molesting a 6-year-old. He is facing the court for a sexual offense where he molested a child a few years ago, a senior police source said on Wednesday. Sargent remains in police custody as a suspect in his daughter's murder. Detectives are still awaiting forensic evidence to determine who is to be charged with Shantina's murder. DNA swabbing was done on Shantina's father and another family member as part of the police's probe. A post-mortem had confirmed that Shantina died from blunt force trauma. Her father was questioned in the presence of his attorney just over a week ago. He was arrested in Old Harbor, St. Catherine, 4 days after the charred remains believed to be that of his 13-year-old daughter were found behind their home in Baileystown, Clarendon on October 6. Tropical storm Melissa slows down across the Caribbean Sea. A tropical storm watch remains in effect for Jamaica as Tropical Storm Melissa slows down over the Caribbean Sea south of Hispaniola. This means tropical storm conditions pose a possible threat to Jamaica within 48 hours. According to the Meteorological Service, at 4 a.m., the center of Tropical Storm Melissa was located by an Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft near latitude 14.3 north, longitude 73.5 west. This is about 495 kilometers or 305 miles south-southwest of Port-au-Prince, Haiti, or about 493 kilometers or 306 miles southeast of Morante Point, Jamaica. Tropical Storm Melissa is moving towards the west-northwest near 11 kilometers per hour or 7 miles per hour. A decrease in forward speed and a gradual turn to the northwest and the north-northwest is expected during the next few days. Maximum sustained winds are near 85 kilometers per hour or 50 miles per hour with higher gusts. Some gradual strengthening is anticipated during the next few days, and the Melissa could become a hurricane on Thursday. The forecast track of Melissa has been slightly altered, with the tropical storm now expected to approach Jamaica before turning towards the west on Saturday and passing over the waters south of Jamaica through the start of next week. As the system nears Jamaica, it is expected to produce appearance of moderate to heavy rainfall and strong gusty winds, possibly reaching tropical storm intensity, particularly over northeastern and the southern parishes on Thursday and continuing through the weekend. Marine interests should expect widespread heavy showers and thunderstorms, along with tropical storm force winds late Wednesday and Thursday. All small craft operators, including fishers from the Keys and the Banks, should be arriving in port to start preparations for safe harbor. The Meteorological Service is assuring the public that it continues to closely monitor the progress of Tropical Storm Melissa, and all interests are encouraged to pay special attention to further releases. For recorded updates, please dial 116 or visit the Meteorological Service website at www.metservice.gov.jm. Man reportedly shot by police in St. Catherine succumbs to injuries. A man who was shot and injured after he allegedly engaged the police in an armed confrontation in Caymanas Bay, St. Catherine, has died in hospital. He is Roshan Gale, otherwise called Roshan, a 24-year-old laborer of Caymanas Bay. The police say about 5:35 a.m. Tuesday, police personnel conducted a targeted operation in Caymanas Bay, during which Gale was accosted. Gale reportedly brandished a firearm and challenged the police. The police allegedly took evasive action and returned the fire, injuring Gale. The police say a Ruger Hi-Point 9mm pistol, affixed with a magazine containing 6 rounds, were seized from him. He was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was admitted, but he subsequently succumbed to his injuries. The Independent Commission of Investigations has launched a probe into the matter. Woman killed, daughter injured in suspected domestic attack. What should have been a peaceful post-holiday morning turned to horror in the quiet community of Rose Hill in Content, St. Andrew on Tuesday after a suspected domestic attack left one woman dead and her teenage daughter critically injured. The deceased has been identified as Sashona Shaw, whose body was discovered along a riverbed after residents responded to an alarm raised around 10 a.m. on Tuesday. According to reports, locals had to make a dangerous descent down a hillside where they found Shaw's partially clothed body bearing multiple chop wounds from head to toe. Her daughter, who was also attacked, suffered severe head injuries and remains in critical condition under medical supervision. The suspect in the incident has been identified as Ricardo McCarthy, also known as Crow, who was reportedly in a relationship with Shaw. A manhunt has been launched by the St. Andrew North Police, who are investigating the matter as a case of murder and wounding. The violence has left the community devastated. As the holiday done so, me can't believe this. Not in Content. Rose Hill dark right now. Him shouldn't do this. Him shoulda just leave. Him young. Find another woman, a resident said. People tell him to leave her because the violence not worth it, another resident said. One resident told the news that the woman wanted to end their relationship. Everybody know about them. You have people who know her and some know him. Some people also know the both of them. Him week long time. A weak man do them thing, a relative of the deceased said. The St. Andrew North Police are probing the murder and wounding incident. As of October 11, the division recorded 30 murders compared to 52 for the corresponding period in 2024. Police identify 3 men killed in alleged St. Catherine shootout. The police in St. Catherine have identified the 3 men who were reportedly shot and killed during a fierce gun battle with the police in Linseed, St. Catherine Monday night. They are 24-year-old Rohan Barrett of Cedar Grove, Portmore, St. Catherine, 25-year-old fruit vendor Davian Francis of Riversdale District, St. Catherine, and the 23-year-old Mason Tyrese Wright, also of Riversdale. The incident stemmed from a confrontation about 10:30 p.m. between the police and the 5 men traveling in a white Toyota Axio motor car along the Linstead bypass. During the shootout, 3 of the men were fatally shot, while the 2 others managed to flee the scene. 2 members of the police party were also shot and wounded in the exchange of gunfire. One remained in hospital in stable condition last night, while the other was treated and released. A firearm was reportedly recovered from the scene. One of 2 men who escaped during the alleged confrontation has since been captured by the police. Millions stolen from beryllium vehicle still missing. Millions of dollars that were stolen from a beryllium armored vehicle have still not been found nearly a week after cops arrested the security guard accused of stealing the cash, the police have confirmed. Investigators indicated too that the exact amount of money that was stolen remains unclear. An official at the Guardsman Group, the parent company for beryllium, declined to comment when contacted on Tuesday. No criminal charges were filed against the 42-year-old guard up to early Wednesday, sources revealed. He has to do a question and answer first, said one investigator, referencing police policy to interview suspects in the presence of their attorneys before criminal charges are laid. The guard was apprehended by the police at the premises in St. Andrew last Thursday after 7 days on the run. He was part of a 3-man team that reportedly went to collect the cash at the Mega Mart in St. Andrew on October 11. It's reported that he remained in the armored vehicle while his colleagues went inside. On their return, the guard and the cash estimated at between $15 and $20 million were missing. He reportedly left behind his company-issued firearm and uniform. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.